There's lots to go over following that debate and the news this morning of the virtual debate next week. So joining us once again is Matthew Martin from the Kern County Republicans and Connie Perez Andreessen from the United Farm Workers. Thanks so much for joining us once again.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So our first question, what are your overall thoughts on last night's debate versus last week's presidential debate? Connie, let's start with you this time.
I thought it was a bit of the same, just Pence had a softer tone than Trump did, constantly interrupting, didn't really articulate what they've done, what their plan is to address COVID-19. Compared to Kamala, she clearly laid out what the plan is for the Biden-Harris ticket if they are elected on November 3rd.
Matt, your thoughts?
I think that the vice president did a great job outlaying the policies of his and President Trump's administration. What they've done successfully with COVID. Again, they shut down travel with China when Vice President Biden said this was xenophobic, racist. Nancy Pelosi the same. And he laid out what we're going to do again. They built the best economy the world's ever seen, and they're going to do it again. I think he did a great job explaining just that.
A lot of people on social media saying they were happy with last night's debate versus last week's, but still saying they were disappointed with the candidates sometimes avoiding the questions they were asked. For example, when Susan Page asked about the age of both the candidates being historic on Inauguration Day, President Trump and Joe Biden would both be the oldest president to date. What's your perception of them specifically avoiding that question?
Well, I think it's something that they should it certainly is of importance, especially when you're talking about that either of these guys are one heartbeat away from the presidency. And so it's critical with everything going on, especially in their age. Of course, Joe Biden, I believe, is 4 years older than the president. It is even more critical there. And I think it is certainly an important question. I noticed they both didn't answer that one, but I think it's an important question.
Connie?
I agree. It's an important question. And last night was an opportunity both for Harris and Pence to show the American people that they are ready to be president. And I thought Kamala did a better job of acting presidential and of making that very clear that she's ready to be president at some point. Pence was very low energy, and I just don't think he's what we need.
Many people on social media saying the winner of last night's debate is the candidate that they were already voting for. So what do you think this means for undecided voters, Matt?
I think it gives undecided voters an opportunity. They really got to hear a little bit more about the policies that they each represent and the parties and the direction that they want to take the country. Pre-COVID, 7 million new jobs, broke 10 records in the stock market, 500,000 new manufacturing jobs. And, people back to work, large wage growth increase, 5% in 3 years versus 4% in Obama's 8 years. I think a lot of that got out last night.
Connie?
Yeah, I think undecided voters have a few more weeks, to make a decision. I'm currently in Arizona. I'm trying to turn the state blue, and I've seen a lot of undecided voters here compared to California. So my job is to be out there and make it clear that the right choice is the Biden-Harris ticket.
And we are out of time, but quickly, I want to ask both of your thoughts on the virtual debate next week. Matt, let's start with you.
Well, I think that the American people deserve an in-person debate. Look, if you can go to Walmart, if you can go to Target, if you can go to the post office and wait in line to pick up your packages, I think that we should certainly hold the sanctity of voting and having an in-person debate where the American people get to participate. We can do it safely and securely, but we should do that.
Connie?
I don't think it's safe to have an in-person debate, given the fact that our president has COVID and doesn't take it seriously, telling the American people that we shouldn't be scared of the virus when I think we should. So I think it's smart to have a virtual debate at this point.
All right. Matthew Martin from the Kern County Republicans and Connie Perez Andreessen from the United Farm Workers. Thank you both so much for joining us this morning, and we'll check in with you later this week.